The market pulls back on Friday, challenging our support zone. Can the bulls fight back, or is it back on the pain train? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so on Friday we got the non-farm payroll report, and the market fell down into our support box as expected. In the overnights, they did poke below the support box and have battled back since then. I have gotten a lot of questions about if the box breaks, does that invalidate the count? And it does not. Wave 2s can go all the way down to equal to Wave 1. They just can't go below Wave 1. However, in Elliott Wave experience, generally we should hold the support box more often than not. Now the question is, can the bulls fight back? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so they did poke down below the box, but are fighting back now, so let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute futures chart for the S&P 500, and I do want to clarify that the levels I give out are in futures unless otherwise noted. Okay, many of you thought we broke the box on Friday. We did not, because SPX was lower. We give the futures levels, not the SPX levels, just so you understand where we're at. So on the chart here, they did push down toward the bottom of the box, bounced it up at the close, and then here at the open in the overnights, they pushed down below the box a little bit, not a lot. You know, I wouldn't call this a break of support. I would call it a poke and reversal. A break of support would have been a sustained move down, and they still can break support if they come back down and take out this low and push. Then we would call that a break of support. But right now, it's more of a poke and reversal at this time. And they do have the structure to have 5 up off of this low. Now, micro 5 ups aren't that reliable because it's really hard to see the subwaves, usually because they're in either 1 minute or second intervals to try to see them. So it does look like they have 3 waves up so far, and if they can come up and take out the overnight high up towards 3650, that would look like a good 5 up off of the lows, and then we'd have to see if they can hold support again on the pullback after that. For right now, it's still the same as last week. Nothing has changed. We have 3 counts that we're tracking. One is our bullish count, where we have wave 1 up, we're in wave 2 down, and we would expect to start wave 3 up very soon. To see that, okay, the first thing we would want to do is see a move up over 3676, and then ultimately we want to see a move up towards this 3740 to 3771 to get wave 1 of 3 in place, then a pullback, and then come back out and take that high out and take out this high over here at wave 1. Then we have a pretty strong indication that we're in wave 3 and moving higher. Now, if they are not going to do that to the bullish side, they can create a bigger ABC, where this completed wave A down over here where this red 3 is. That would have completed a wave A, okay, and this would be the start of the B wave up that should take us to around 4,200 plus, right in that range, maybe up to 4,400. It would take us up to there, and from that point, we would see a nasty C wave down into the 2,000 region, 2,500, 2,900 area from the 4,000 region, and it would be a pretty nasty fall because C waves are very fast and they're very aggressive. So those are the 2 counts that would take us up, and that's what I'm tracking the most. I still believe we will hold this low for many reasons. 1, the count to the downside is very full. 2, the MACD is screaming for a rally off of this low and this low. We have some bottoming signals in as well, and it would just fit the overall structure better, in my opinion, to have a move up and hold this low. However, if they do break that low, then we have that bigger wave 4 I was talking about up here in red, and we'd be moving down in wave 5 towards 3250 to 3450 to complete that 5-wave countdown. I also have issues with this red count. The wave 1 is not impulsive off of the high, in my opinion. So a lot of issues with this red count moving directly lower, but I can't argue with price, and if they take us directly lower, then so be it. But my overall opinion is that we will hold this low either in a bullish count that takes us higher, okay, back toward the highs, or in a bearish count that takes us higher to 42 to 4,400 before we see a really nasty sell-off back into the 2,000 region from there. Okay, so over on the NASDAQ, very similar counts, although the NASDAQ has pushed through the support box fairly well and is back testing it now. So the NASDAQ usually leads on both ways, so they're usually higher than the ES on the way up and lower on the way down, and that's what we're seeing here again. And so the NASDAQ has pushed through support, but also has the same type of structure that ES does. If they can come back and take out this high, that would look like a good 5 waves up off of the low. Again, that's a micro count. Those aren't super reliable because they're so small. And then we would look to complete a 5-wave move up from there, a bigger 5 waves up from that point to give us a good indication that we did find a support bottom here in wave 2. But we're tracking the same basic 3 counts, okay, where we have wave 3 here, wave 4 up, and then the down count in wave 5, where we would break this low immediately on a move directly down towards the 9,500 to 10,400 region on the NASDAQ, or we are bottoming in wave 2 and looking for that wave 3 higher, or we're bottoming in the start of this bigger ABC up, okay, on the NASDAQ as well, and we'd see a corrective move higher before seeing a C wave down into the 8,000 or so region. Guys, if you love the information that I put out on these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it will take you right over to our webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because we want you to get in there, make sure you love it, make sure it's for you before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. In our first room, my Invest with Jacob room, okay, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a small price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that makes it work. It's something that's very unique, and you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial so you can get in and make sure it's for you before you spend your money. He also started a challenge account where you put $4,000 into a small account, trading mini ES futures and disciplined trading methods, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in here so we can make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. The bulls need to fight. They kind of have their backs up against the wall here. I do look for them to try to hold this low and push higher up out of here for the reasons I mentioned earlier in the video, but I won't argue with price. If they come down and break the low, they come down and break the low. If that happens, we would target 32.50 to 34.50. However, if they bounce it, we would be looking to start a wave 3, and that wave 3 would lead us ultimately towards 4,200, either in wave 1 or in the ABC up that would lead to a C wave down. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of setup. Bulls' backs are against the wall. They came out down a little bit lower in the NASDAQ than they did in the ES. They need to hold the low. If they do, we are looking for a continuation up in 3 or an ABC up in 3, or an ABC up that would lead to a C wave down. If not, if they move directly lower, we're looking for 9,500 to 10,400 on the NASDAQ on this move down. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.